Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my students, how are you today? That's good, I'm fine to thank you. So students, before we start our lesson today, let's pray basmalah together. Okay, pray Ines. So students, before we start our lesson today, Miss will check your attendance first. Sinta, Dara, Nina, Oka. Okay, everyone is coming. That's good. Pertahankan ya. Students, Miss wanna ask you some question. Do you still remember what is our material last meeting? Yes, last meeting we learned about conditional sentence. But do you still remember what is conditional sentence? Ya, conditional sentence adalah kata pengandaian. Example, if I were you, I will study abroad. If I were you, I will study abroad. Jika aku jadi kamu, aku akan belajar ke luar negeri. And today, we are going to learn about analytical exposition text. So, let's start it. Well, students, have you ever read sentences or writing that contain opinions atau pendapat? Misalnya nih, kalian mendengar kalimat berikut. Why breakfast is the most important meal of the day? You then feel it relates to you, are interested in reading and understand the ideas contained in the writing. Nah, dalam bahasa Inggris kalimat itu termasuk sebagai analytical exposition. Then, in general, what is the meaning of analytical exposition text and how do we use it? So, students, kita langsung mulai aja ya penjelasan pertamanya. Jadi, sebelum Miss menjelaskan, Miss mau tanya nih. Ada yang tahu di sini what is analytical exposition text? Anybody know? Okay, it's okay. The first, what is exposition text? Jadi, secara sederhananya, exposition text is a text that present one point of view of an issue. Jadi, analytical text adalah sebuah teks yang menyajikan satu sudut pandang tentang sebuah isu. Exposition text can generally be found in scientific articles, journals, magazine, and editorial section of a newspaper or mass media. So, analytical exposition text is a text that contains the author's opinion about the things that happen around him, be it an object, place, or event, without inviting the reader to do something. Jadi, analytical text exposition itu adalah sebuah teks yang berisikan pendapat penulis tentang hal-hal yang terjadi di sekitarnya, baik itu sebuah benda, tempat, ataupun kejadian tanpa mengajak pembaca untuk melakukan sesuatu. And the next, the purpose of analytical exposition text. Jadi, kita udah tahu nih apa sih analytical exposition text. Tapi mungkin anak-anak di sini bertanya, what is the purpose of analytical exposition text? Well, the main purpose of analytical exposition text is to persuade the reader that the issue is an important matter. Singkatnya, tujuan dari analytical exposition text yakni untuk meyakinkan pembaca bahwa topik yang dihadirkan adalah topik yang penting untuk dibahas. You need to remember that analytical exposition text doesn't try to change the reader's point of view. So, this text contains purely the opinion of the author. And the next, the structure of analytical exposition text. Terus, tadi ada yang nanya nih, Miss, bagaimana sih kalau aku mau bikin analytical exposition text? Caranya itu gimana? Okay, take it easy, students. Now, we will discuss the structure or generic structure of analytical exposition text. And analytical exposition text consists of three parts, namely thesis, arguments, and reiteration. check out the explanation of each section, okay? The first, Miss will explain about thesis. In this section thesis, the thesis is the part that tells the reader about the main topic and the author's point of view. Thesis can always be found in the first paragraph of the next. And in this section, readers can also see why the author gives an opinion on the topic. Jadi di bagian tesis ini, pembaca bisa melihat mengapa penulis memberikan pendapat tentang hal yang telah menjadi topiknya. And the second, arguments. In the next paragraph, you will find the argument section. Arguments are opinions to support the main topic that has been presented previously. Usually, in analytical exposition, there are more than 2 arguments. The more arguments presented, the more readers will believe that the topic discussed is an important topic or requires attention. And the next, reiteration. After the thesis and argument section has been presented, of course, it is closed with a conclusion or reiteration. This section is always located at the end of the text and becomes the closing paragraph of the article. And reiteration is a reaffirmation of the author's position and opinion. And also, on the main topic, reiteration is also often referred to as a conclusion, which means a conclusion atau kesimpulan. Jadi reiteration adalah penegasan kembali posisi dan pendapat penulis terhadap topik utama. Dan reiteration juga sering disebut sebagai conclusion yang artinya sebagai kesimpulan. Okay, from my explanation before, everyone here are understand? If anything you can understand, you can ask me. Okay, nothing. Okay, Miss anggap semuanya udah ngerti ya materi hari ini. Don't forget to repeat this lesson at home. And I hope my explanation can be understood by all of you here students. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See ya in this meeting.